Hello everyone, this is Taryn with Wonderfully Made Handcrafting, and I just recently finished the Follow Me devotional from ByTheWell4God. This was for June of 2022, and I also worked through a tag bob kit through this devotional. So each one of the days has its own tag plus a title card. So I decided to do a flip through of all these tags and kind of give a brief description of what I did for the tag. But just know that each one of these tags actually has its own process video. So if you want a more in-depth look at the tag, definitely check those out. But I'll try to give you, a short synopsis of what I did with each tag. So let me put this to the side and kind of talk about this. This is part of the tag bob kit. So this was a new kit released from ByTheWell4God. It had 15 cards, so enough for each of the days, plus a title card. It had a bunch of textures and yarns and fabrics and everything. I just decided to use the blues and purples to make my own tassel. But you could use this for the devotional kit, or you could just use it, to document your summer or whatever. I believe the tags came in 2 different blues, a purple, a pink, and a green. I believe that's what it was. So anyways, that's kind of what I did with this tag set. So I made a title card, and we'll kind of talk about that. Now with this whole devotional kit, I did try to kind of stick to my vintage roots, but also bring in those bright, fun colors as the kit had. So you'll see little snippets of vintage, but I was just really trying to stretch myself and add those different things in. So let me kind of start with this. So I did use a journaling card, and this whole tag was basically about layers. So you have ledger paper, you have the paint chip card back here, a label. This is actually stamped out on the canvas bag and then just stapled on. And for this cherry blossom, I did just add some Nouveau embellishment mousse and texture paste together. I just wanted to see what kind of consistency I would get, and I really liked it actually. And then I did add some embossing glaze in some areas on top just to give a darker look to that purple, and you can kind of see the shine hopefully on the camera there. So that was the title card. Let's move on to day one's card. Now here is another layering kind of card. So I really liked this clear sticker. I added some white paper behind it and then elevated it on some foam tape. This is a tea bag that I had laying around in 2 layers. Some floral pieces I used. This is a dictionary page. And also I dyed some seam binding and used that throughout. So I used some of the mica stains from Tim Holtz and also some distress spray stains and distress oxides to create this fun color that I was able to use throughout the rest of the kit. So I also used some Nouveau drops and Pops of Color, which is basically scrapbook.com's version of Nouveau drops. I had used those as well originally. However, I wasn't crazy about some of them, and so when I went to pick them off, they actually tore the top layer of paper, and so instead I couldn't have that obviously. Kept on working with them and trying to add more Nouveau drops, but ultimately just decided to scrap the Nouveau drops and Pops of Color. And so I ended up using some wet paintbrush and just painting it on in different places. There's some down here and actually some behind these florals, and kind of releasing that top layer of paper and getting to this white core. And then I came through with some white paint to just kind of seal that in, just to get some distressed look on that. So that was day one's. This is day two's. There was this map of Israel that was probably about 1.5 years old. And I just stamped it with some Versa fine ink and then adding some clear embossing powder on top to give it a fun texture so it's not flat. I also had this little doily, and I loved this fabric. So that was kind of my main thing I wanted to include on this tag. I also have Isaiah 9:2 on it, and I felt like I needed something else. So I just grabbed this clear sticker, added some cardstock behind it, and made it my own little ephemera piece. Day 3 might be, oh, and see, I did write on some of the back sides. So I forgot to write day 2 on the front, so I just added it to the back. Day 3 is probably one of my favorites, probably because it's most like what I normally would do, and so I just love it. So I have the crackle paste with that stone stencil that was provided by ByTheWell4God. I have one of these flashcards with a little paper clip. This is elevated on some foam tape with some lace behind. Now this lace was actually the texture that was given last month's kit, and so I dyed it with my Distress spray stains and Distress oxides. I also cut out this little house that was part of one of the paper pack papers, and then I had this little number strip from Tim Holtz, and this was a little snippet piece as well that I added a little bit of glossy accents to and just made it look like a button. So this was probably my favorite tag that I created. This was a really fun one as well. I like them all for different reasons, obviously. So this is definitely something that I would have created when I first started Bible journaling, or that I had wished I created. I do have the tab on the side with the verse, and this one has day 4 on the back side because I didn't want to add it to the front. So anyways, this is just a little shaker. I did use the tool that ByTheWell4God's stuff is wrapped in, and then I just used some sequins that I had on hand. Luckily I had them some that matched the kit because I really don't have that many sequins. I also had these 2 little tassels that I just threaded through some embroidery floss, and then I used an eyelet to kind of squeeze them in the embroidery floss. And I really liked this paper and wanted to use it and wanted to showcase it. So that's why this tag is so simple on the top. That's just kind of the look I wanted to go for. I also did stitching around because it just added something else and helped seal in, obviously, this tool. It was basically the only way I was going to be able to do it. So yeah, this is for day 4. Day 5, I had thoughts of doing, but it just came out differently than I thought it would. I had used this little scene, which was a clear sticker originally. And I thought I would put some acetate on it and flip it over and be able to kind of see some sunlight through the back side. However, when I did that, it wasn't bright. Like, it was very, faint, the little scene in the background. And so I decided to add some white paper. So I had to cover up a hole that I had created on the back side. But I still like it. It's just different than what I was anticipating to begin with. This was also one of the stamp sets, and I did use some VersaFine ink and embossing powder on that. I also included this little cherry blossom, put some behind the window and also some over. I had this texture in my stash. This was just some fabric that was included, I believe, with the Tag Bob kit. Day 6. Day 6 was all about keeping it simple and layering. And so I ended up using another one of those doilies. This is a journaling card. And then I used one of the paint chip cards, and I just used one of these little We Are Memory Keepers spiral punches. Sorry, I can't talk right now. And then I just propped this up with some foam tape. I really liked this golden kind of green color. And then I also found that I had some distress stickles from a friend. She had given them to me, and I found a color that matched perfectly almost with this green. Day 7 was super fun. I got to do what I love, but also in different colors than I normally would use. And so I have just a bunch of distress spray stains, just distress oxide sprays, and then I use some embossing glaze. If you can see that shine in the background, I use that over a stencil. And then I took the cherry blossom stencil, which is a little hard to see, but it's kind of messy, and I kind of like that. But I used crackle paste through that to brighten it up and add some white. And then after that, we just have some layers. So I had this purple label that I had messed up on, so I just flipped it over and tucked it in to add day 7. I have a quote from this devotional day, and then a bunch of little threads and a fabric yumminess on the bottom. I did create 2 little X's with some embroidery floss that I had, and that was my crazy mixed media day for this devotional kit. I wanted to use as much glossy accents as possible in this tag set, because ByTheWell4God had given a little mini glossy accent to all the purchasers that were the first 300 purchasers over $50. And so I wanted to, use that as much as possible. I had really liked this bike stamp, and I was looking for a good way to use it. So I decided to stamp it on this old book paper that I had gotten with my House of Books subscription. And I just kept this one super simple as well. So I just stamped it out, colored it in with some of those Daniel Smith watercolors. Hopefully you can see the little bit of glossy accents. And then I put Matthew 3:11 on this label and added the day and a little bow on top. So very simple card for day 8. Day 9, we have a couple of different pieces. I was dying to use this stamp set. It was, I forget what it's called, but it was the license plate with all the alphabet and numbers. And so I decided to create this one and wrote found on it. Now I just stamped it with some Versamark ink and then used some Kitsch Flamingo embossing glaze on top. And then added 4 little brads on those areas where they had little holes to add. And I also double backed it so you can't see those brads on the back side, and it also gives it a little bit more sturdiness. This is that seam binding that had dyed, and so I just added that to the little top, and that was my little extra tag for day 9. But besides that, day 9 has some more glossy accents on that card. This was just an ephemera piece, and I did it the night before because I knew that it was going to take a good amount of time to dry. And so I just laid it out, cut it out, and then added glossy accents and set it aside. I did like the look of adding this little I forget what it's called. I think it's crochet trims by Tim Holtz. These really add something to a tag. If you feel like you're missing something, it just looked empty without it. But I really like the look of it now. This is also a Felicity Jane button that was from a long time ago. So yeah, we're just working with more layers again. That's basically my mode of operation. So that's where I go to when I need some inspiration. Day 10 was extremely simple. If you saw that process video, basically all I did was there was this journaling card that I really liked and this massive tree ephemera piece. And so I wanted to use it, but it was too big for the tag itself. And so I ended up just cutting it down, cut it in half, and I used this half on this side and the other half over here. I did add some foam tape so it is elevated. And then I tucked in the verse just behind that tree and added day 10 to it. So one of my simplest cards ever. Probably didn't even need a process video, but I really do like the look of it. Also, I added an eyelet on top. A lot of these ended up with eyelets. So next one, day 11. I was having a really hard time remembering all the disciples' names. And so this is how I helped myself. So I loved this typewriter, obviously, because I love all things vintage. So I wanted to use it, but I didn't know how I was going to incorporate stuff in it to make it work. So I ended up adding these floral pieces. And then this is the Right Type Lower Alpha from ByTheWell4God. This is an older alpha stamp set. They don't have it in stock right now, but message Lori if you're wanting to pick something up like this. They also have another stamp set. I forget what it's called, but it also came with a typewriter. But they were just smaller circles of alphas, and you could cut those up and use it the same way. So each one of these actually has its the first letter of the disciple's name. So it's just easier for me to remember. I'm not going to do it on camera because I will probably mess up. But I really can do it now. So anyways, that was day 11. Day 12, we have another layering card. I loved this journaling card. Well, as we get to the end of this devotional set, I had a lot of journaling cards that I really loved. I loved how they did them this month, and it just kept them plain. So I wanted to use that as well. So the last 3 cards actually have journaling cards on them. But I wanted to make them each their own in their own special way. Sorry, I can't talk. So I ended up creating something similar to the first day. Sorry. I really liked the first day's card, and so I wanted to create something similar for this. So I just added some fabric, some lace. The journaling card is propped up on some foam tape. I put a little bit of floral behind it. Now I did cut this off and use it on a later tag, so that was helpful. This was just a little tab. And then since there was so much white space here, I decided to add a day 12 here. This is stamped in VersaFine ink with some clear embossing powder. Day 13, another layering one, but I wanted to use a wax seal. Now I could have drawn with some Sharpie marker, some metallic Sharpie marker on this to kind of brighten it up, but I wanted to keep it in the same color family. So we have another paint chip card with that spiral punch. I loved this journaling card again, and a label for the verse and a little tab up at the top. So very simple again. Day 14, I wanted to do something a little extra since I had a lot of journaling cards at the end. And so I wanted to create this one, not just as a layering card. And so I added this window baseboard that was from Tim Holtz. And I loved this one because it kind of matched the look of the windows in the scene. And so I put some acetate over the journaling card and then this baseboard on top. So then I have my verse over here with 2 little brads. This is where I use that extra piece of floral from that other tag. And then I put this on the corner, added some foam tape around the edges to help keep it up. But yeah, I really like this one. It was the perfect finishing touch for me. And that was all the tags that I created for this kit. I also wanted to mention this was also included. This was a wood piece that they had created with their Glowforge. So it was included in the tag bob set. If you've enjoyed this flip through video, please give it a thumbs up. Also, don't forget to click that bell notification button so you don't miss any future videos. You can also follow me over on Instagram at Wonderfully Made Handcrafting. I hope you have a wonderful day, guys. Bye.